In June's The Florists in Southport with Elizabeth Eaton. Can you explain what is so special about today?
Okay, it's our 100th year celebration. The shop's been open now for 100 years, opened first by my husband's grandmother, Bessie Eaton.
And it's been in the family all the way through?
It has, yes. Bessie was 1925 till about approximately 1958, and then she passed it down to her son and his wife, Jack and Margaret, and then my husband Peter and myself took over in the 80s.
Now I believe during the war it even actually kept going as well, didn't it?
It did, yes. Yeah, they made, for weddings and things, they made paper flowers for wedding bouquets because they didn't have any fresh flowers. So there were lots of lovely stories, and I was privileged enough to hear them.
So what's been your most favourable memory?
Well, over 100 years, I suppose there's a lot of memories. I won't know all of them, obviously. Favourite memory, probably, we opened a balloon shop in 1988, and that was super fun. We had a jazz band, and it was really good fun. And that we had next door to the flower shop here. But with times changing, the balloon shop's actually incorporated into the flower shop now.
What type of flower arranging do you do, and how easy is it for you to actually compete in this hugely competitive market?
Most of our business, I would say now, is the delivery side of the business. And we're still members of Interflora, which is very, very busy. They provide orders to us every day through the website, mainly. We've still got a lot of local orders, some businesses, lovely support from local people. Obviously the town's not as busy as it was, but we're still a busy shop, and we also courier all over the country our own flowers to destinations the next day.
What is the most common type of request you have?
I guess it's for a hand-tied bouquet. Most people want cut flowers rather than arranged flowers these days, so not as much Oasis use, but more of the cut flowers, which again is probably more eco-friendly.
Do you have a lot of funeral requests as well?
We do. We've got we do quite a lot of funeral work, which for a florist is the bread and butter really. So we really need as much funeral work as we can get. It's super.
So how many years have you actually been in charge?
Since the 80s really, I think it was about 88 we opened the balloon shop, and then soon after, so yeah, and our young family had to come along with us, so yeah, but none of them are in the business now, so I've got a lovely lot of staff here. They run the business when I'm not here, and they're super, so they'll always be very welcoming to the public that come into the shop. And they're great, and they can run the business super efficient.
If anybody wants to see these wonderful pictures you have over the years, because you've got some very historical archive pictures, how do they go about actually seeing them?
Well, we haven't put them on the website yet, but there is a section on our website which has some information for sure, because my husband's gran, Bessie Eaton, better known as Granny Bessie, everybody called her Granny Bessie, was actually mayoress in the 70s. So she was a local councillor, then became mayoress, and she was the force behind the business really, opened it up when she was just a girl, and really she was battling Bessie, she was a super lady, and there are lots of photographs of her as well.
In recent years, particularly last year, you've got involved with a lot of community stuff. Last year you donated quite a lot of time, support and help to the flowers, memorial flowers.
Yeah.
What do you think has been the most problematic for you, emotional?
That's probably given me goosebumps. I mean, we all got so emotional about that. It was just because we were almost like a counselling service to people. People were just coming in. They wanted the flowers, yes, but they really wanted to to talk to somebody and then take the flowers over with their messages. We set up a little station in the shop where the children could, with some crayons, and they could write their own message with colours, and that lasted for a good few months really, until it sort of just quietened down, and I think the families wanted to stop it really. I think it had probably gone on, or maybe it was just filled up maybe, and they needed to stop it.
And I think that actually demonstrates the importance of small businesses in the town centre, and how it affects the community and how important it is.
Yeah.
Would you agree?
I would agree, and unfortunately there aren't that many of us left. The town needs a bit of love, and I'm hearing that we've got some funding coming in. I'm hoping that is right, what I've heard. Certainly I know Radio Merseyside are coming, and they're airing the breakfast show here this week, and I think Sefton are trying to put some effort into Southport, which we'll all be very grateful for, because Lord Street needs some TLC really.
Well, we're looking forward to seeing you here in 100 years' time.
Well, that would be nice.
So we are waiting for your 200th birthday.
We actually did at the Arts Centre. My Granny Bessie, who I said founded the shop, she did a time capsule in the 1960s, and it's in the Arts Centre. And in 2015, around then, maybe a little bit earlier, they asked us would we be involved in the next time capsule. So there is something in the Arts Centre that's frozen in time, and we are in that, which is lovely.
So if anybody wants to find out more about your business, where can they go, and also how can they order flowers?
Okay, several ways to order flowers. I'll do first. We have a website, www.junetheflorist.com. The telephone is always busy, 01704 54 1000. And then we do get people just coming in and ordering their flowers over the desk, which is always a nice thing, because then they can see what they would like.
Well, we definitely look forward to seeing you in 200 years' time.
Okay, thank you.
Speak to you later. Thanks
very much.
And good luck. And just as a reminder, where can people get to order photos and flowers and stuff?
Okay, best one is always to talk to us on the phone, 01704 54 1000, or online, www.junetheflorist.com. There's a big range of flowers that you can choose from on there.
Thank you. Good luck.
Thank you very much.